Emily here with the monthly housing market update for the Tri-County area of Calumet, Manitowoc, and Sheboygan Counties and a bit beyond. Looking at January 2024, you can see that the number of sales was very similar to a year ago. List price is up yet again a tad from December, from a month ago, and up from a year ago. The sales price is a little less than the list price, but that's understandable. Oh, and you have to look at the days on market. 30 versus 40. So this means that this market is even faster than a year ago. Current listings, 231. About half of them have offers. The average list price is in the 300s, and days on market is 78. That's an average of everything from 0 to a million. Breaking it up, over 500,000, there are 43, and about a third of those have offers. Their average list price is high, and the days on market is high, which is always what you expect with a higher priced property. Under 500, there's 188 of those. About half of those have offers, and the average list price is $294,416. Now, this is interesting to me. This indicates to me a little bit of possible seller ambition on the part of some people, because the sales price is about $260. So this is higher than the sale price from the month just passed. Just interesting to watch. Days on market are 68. This is something that was in the Wall Street Journal, and it's kind of interesting. It's trying to spin that renting is the cool thing to do. Americans who would traditionally be homeowners have become long-term renters, including some with no plans to ever buy a home. And it says renters are sparking new developments, blah, blah. Well, is it the renters sparking the new development, or is it some of these big investors building subdivisions sparking the renters? I don't know. About 64% of people in the US are homeowners compared to 72 in Brazil. Okay. And then it says the influx of higher income renters has in part led to a decline in the number of lower priced rental units available. I highly doubt that that is why. What really is going on is that the places with the super low rents, some of them are still super low, and they're bordering on like slumlord type of things. All the other ones that were on a lower end are raising their rents because of the traditional supply and demand issues. And it's not because rich people are coming in and renting these houses or apartments. It's because rents are just rising in general. Then it said the number of renter households with incomes more than $1 million reached a high of 4,453, and that's up more than 4 times when 956 millionaires were renting. Well, 4,000 still isn't that many people. And then it says that the number of renters over 200 is up 4-fold. Well, they're only reporting part of the story, but we'll get to that later. Then it says, for decades, renting was merely a stepping stone before it was time to buy. A home was considered a key asset that would appreciate over years. Well, it still is. You don't buy a house to invest in, but your house is an asset, and it will appreciate. And if you stay there long enough, yes, it'll be worth something. Then it says new subdivisions full of single-family homes for rent are springing up from coast to coast. That's what I mentioned before, the big investors building subdivisions. So here is a breakdown when they have this graph where it looks like, so many more. Well, yeah, if you go from under 1,000 to over 4,000, it's a big increase. This is interesting here. People that are renting is less than 50,000, the number has actually gone down. I think that's because of rising rents in that salary range, and the fact that people still can get a somewhat decent house when they don't have a giant salary. So here's the analysis of this Wall Street Journal article by Aziz Sundarji. I get emails from this guy. He said underlying all of this is the suggestion that big earners are developing a taste for renting over home ownership, but that's not true. So he said it's true that the number of renter households rose by 762,000, but he said he also found something that they didn't report. At that same income level, the number who own rose by 4.4 million. So that just dwarfs the number of people that are renting in households earning over $200,000 a year. So homeownership still is the American dream. This is from Bankrate. So here I'm doing something a little different, just proving to people that you can still get a character home under $130,000. This is in Manitowoc. Yes, it needs updating, but consider the price. It's really not bad when you consider the character features. And looking at this one, which is 150,000 out in the country. I'm sure that it's probably somewhat of a dump, but again, for 150 out in the country, you can fix it up. That last one, by the way, that was out by Stockbridge. This one is in Sheboygan, newest listing, a block and a half from the lake. You can see that's pretty nice. It's 300,000, and here I know this house actually. It's been on the market 120 days, which is 4 times as long as the average days on market for January just closed. It's, as I said, very nice, but it has no backyard. So back to my slideshow here. Interest rates, anywhere between 6.89 and 7.21 for a 30-year is what I found. 6.29 to 6.39, which is a closer range for a 15-year. And I have a lender that just texted me he closed at 5.75 on the 31st of January. So there are lenders around that you can really get good deals from. Inventory, unfortunately, is still low. You still have to buy or sell according to what you need. And beware of spin, as I illustrated in the Wall Street Journal article. And that's it for now. This is Emily Matthews here to help you with all your real estate needs. Don't forget to subscribe. It's the little icon with my head on it. Have a wonderful day.